Hi, I'm Anthony and welcome to Ant's Country Life. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this log store from start to finish. So first of all, what we'll do is we'll start off and we'll measure what size will fit into this area we have here. So I think that's 2.5 meters there, so that gives us a good size. We'll make it probably 28 inches wide, which will give us plenty of space for storing the logs. And this fence is just over 4 foot high, so if we make the back 4 foot and slope it forwards, that'll give us plenty of storage space for the logs. So there you go, that's the third frame done. So now we can put them all together and start to take shape. Now we've got the frames made, these are the legs that it's going to sit on. So what we'll do is we'll fix them on there and just put a couple of screws down through. And that'll just hold everything in place. There you go. That puts the foot on the bottom, and now we do the other two. And that gives us all 3 frames ready to add the other timbers to make the outline for the wood store. There you go. So that's the third frame footing added, and now we can line them out, put the other timbers on, and then that will give us the shape to hold everything together. So what I've done is I've screwed the 4x2 timber at the back onto the frame. This will help support the other two frames and give us a shape now for the log store. So with this being 2.5 meters, to find the middle, very, very simple. Just measure from one end 1.25 meters, which is actually spot on. So we'll move that there, bring it across just a touch. There you go. Screw that in. And there you go, that's given us the basic shape now, and it's quite sturdy. As part of the log store, we'll add another 2 of these 4x2s timbers up a height, and that'll give it top strength as well. And then we'll decide what we're going to put on the back, what we're going to do on the sides, and what kind of roof we're going to put on it as well. So that's the last of the framework up. Now we've got the basic shape of the log store, and next we'll decide what we're going to put on the roof and on the floor, just to make it strong enough and solid to hold the logs. As you can see, I've now added some more boards along the floor. This will hold the logs, and we've also added another 2 supports which will hold the roof sheets, just to make it a little bit stronger. So as you can see, I've added some angled pieces as well. This stops the log store just from swaying and makes it a little bit more stable. So now I'm just putting some side beams on just to hold all the logs in place when they're stacked up, and this actually add a little bit of strength to the log store as well. Just putting the beams on, leveling up for the spirit level. These are already pre-cut to the width, and then just with the nail gun, very simply. Nail them on, and that's perfect. That'll keep all the logs nice and sturdy, and let a bit of air through as well, which you can also see in the floor. We've left little bits of spaces. This will let the air draft through and dry the logs out as well while they're stored here. So I'll carry on. We'll add a few more of these beams across here. Quite handy as well using the spirit level as a spacer, so it works out really well. The sideboards on, and they just help hold all the logs in, and now we'll sort out some timbers to go across the back, and that'll hold the logs, stop them falling out. As you can see, I've put all the sideboards on now and the backboards. Just this will help strengthen it and hold all the logs in when they're stacked up. And the timbers on the sides and the back were actually used reclaimed timbers from another job that I did not too far away from here. So they've come in quite handy. So there you go, as you can see, all the partitions is in, the framework's up, and all I have left to do now is something to go on the roof. And I was going to put a sheet of ply on, but the jobs that I do, I've got a few feather edge boards left, which I'm hoping I'll have enough just to cover the rest of that. Now these here are the feather edge boards. You can see they have a thin edge here and quite a fat edge there. So you lay them down and overlap them, and that makes it waterproof. The water runs over the top. So I'm going to try and hope that these that I have here, this is all I have. There's about 6 or 7. So I'm hoping that by the time I lay these on and space them out, it'll be enough for us to cover the roof. So we'll see what happens. Edge boards here, so we'll try them, and fingers crossed that there'll be enough to fit. So with these feather edge boards, as you can see, they just have a very, very small edge to them. So you overlap them about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, and that allows it to keep it waterproof, and it just runs off. And also with these nails that we're using, when you're going through this kind of timber, it splits very, very easy. So we'll just flatten the end off. You can either cut it like I have, or you can hit it with a hammer and flatten the end, and that just stops it splitting the timber. So as you can see, those boards fit and covered the roof. Very, very lucky. Fingers crossed and it made it. So that's champion. That's ready for logs. So there you are. That's the log store finished, ready for logs. And I think you can agree it's come up really well, you know. And that is the roof, and I think it looks really good. So I'll try and get a few logs in her, and I'll see what it looks like when she has. Good little job done today, and I think you agree it's come up really well. And the timbers we used were 4x2, which is 4 inch by 2 inch, and the thinnest timbers was 3x2, which is 3 inch by 2 inch, which made the frame. And like I said in the video, the timbers that we used to fill the back and the sides was just reclaimed timber that I had from another job. And the same with the roof. The feather edge boards, just by sheer luck, I had 7 left, and when I put them on the roof they fitted perfect, so that's happy days. I'll get some logs in and then we'll get a finished job. I keep the logs on the side of the lake, so I went down, split a few loads into the wheelbarrow, and got a little bit of help off Miss Penny there. So we took a couple of loads up and put them into the log store. Come on in. Come on in. Good girl. Are you helping? Look at you then. Come on in. With the logs now into the store, that's the job sorted. It's all finished and I agree, it's looking really good. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe and put your notifications on. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.